Welcome, I'm Egypt and you're watching The Egypt Show. So I'm super excited for this episode of the show today. The reason why is because we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing our first ever review of a UK Grime / rap album. Now, if you don't know who I'm speaking about, this artist, his name, well, he goes by Merky #problem. It's none other than Stormzy. Now, Stormzy came on the scene and he has definitely flipped it upside down. He had a first major release with the track called Shut Up. He actually featured his mum in the video and everyone literally loved it. I think he's showing the youth of today a good example of how you should have a beautiful relationship with your parents. Wonderful to watch for now. He's literally come back to the scene, like he took some time off, came back to the scene, and he's just said, I'm gonna lay myself bare. Like, I've got goosebumps right now. Those of you that know me, those of you that have watched The Egypt Show knows that when something touches me, it touches me, I get goosebumps and I feel it. I'm all for it. And for me, it's a love of music. For me to share this with you, this is something that stood out for me. Was when I was listening to, I think a couple days ago, Manny Norte, shout out to Manny Norte, he did an interview. I think it was his first interview with Stormzy, and they spoke about the album and why he wrote the album and how the album, you know, came to be. And the first official release from the album was Way Too Big for Your Boots. Now, this tune, for me personally, I feel like it has a grime sound, but he's put like a rap grime type of twist on the way that he delivers his verses. And I feel that's quite constant throughout the whole album. And yeah, once you hear it, if you haven't already done so, you'll kind of get that vibe. He came back to say, listen, I'm kicking down some doors with this tune. It's a banger. Like, when you play it, you feel like, rah, like he's the man. Like, he's the man. And he's saying, listen, you're never too big to get a boot, kind of thing. So the album's called Gang Signs and Prayer. And he speaks about his journey through life. And in that journey comes music, comes pain, comes pressure, comes family, life, and the way that he delivers it, it's like, to me, I feel like it's a letter. In many of the songs, he's delivering a letter. Sometimes it's to God, sometimes it's to his mum, sometimes it's to his girlfriend, sometimes it's to himself, and sometimes it's to his fans, and sometimes it's to his fellow enemies, let's say. I'm just gonna shout out the tunes that, for me, that touched me and like I have an opinion on. You may listen to the album and like other tracks, but these are the ones that definitely made me feel like I had to do this review and share my opinion with you. Blinded by Your Grace Part 1. Stormzy is singing on the tune. I'm a church girl, so it just reminds me of, you know, being young in church and, you know, singing and being in the choir, and the way that he's not afraid to share his relationship with God on this track. He lays himself bare, like he's very vulnerable in it, but still a man. Like, he holds that stance of a man, and it's just, for me, you know, the way that he speaks on God and how God came and took him from the darkness and brought him to the light, and he now knows that no matter what happens, he'll be alright. That was just everything to me. The next track, Bad Boys, featuring Gets and J Hus. He just describes knowing real bad man, like shower man. And the way that he describes it depicts, you know, knowing a real bad man, doing things we all know you shouldn't be doing. Like, there's real ones and there's fake ones, right? And he's saying that he knows them, he was one, you know, he's grown up in it. And the way that, you know, Gets comes and J Hus comes, and they blend, they mix well on the tune. I love it. It's just, UK Grime to me, UK Grime and UK rap at its finest. Next up, the next track that stood out to me, those that know me, they know that I love Jenny Francis. Jenny Francis has supported me from the beginning of my career. My first release was In the Morning, and she literally played it. She just got behind me, and the love and the support that, you know, I consistently get from her regardless. Like, she loves good music, she loves talent. And Stormzy, trust me, like I'm talking to you right now, it's a big deal that you got Jenny Francis on the tune. It's amazing. The tune's called Velvet. It's kind of like, it sounds like a sample, like he sampled Jenny Francis, do you know what I mean? She's on the radio but he's not really there, that kind of vibe. But it's just, it's history to me. He's made, like, I've got, just whilst I'm talking to you, it's about goosebumps. Well, the vocals on this track, beautiful. They actually sound like velvet. Big up to the girl that sang the vocals on that, Mr. Skeng. Now, when I explain to you how Mr. Skeng touched me, I think you're gonna like raise your eyebrows and think, what is she talking about? When I was listening to this tune, I was driving, I was on my way to a meeting. This was yesterday. And I was just driving, I was listening to the album because I knew that I wanted to feel the album. I wanted to get into the mindset of where he was when he created this body of work. And I have to say it's a body of work because it really is, and I believe that it will stand the test of time. What he's done on this album, if you take the time to listen to it, he takes you on a journey, not only a spiritual journey but a musical journey. He shares things from his past, like growing up as a young boy and the things that he got into, especially on this track. He goes hard on the tune, like he delivers it in such a way that you have to listen to what he's saying. But my first reaction to the tune, like, it brought tears to my eyes. And you're going to think, well, why? The reason why it brought tears to my eyes was because I felt his passion. I heard his dream. Or when someone's exceptionally good at something, you see their natural ability. It's a gift. It's something that's been handed to them from God. That's what I believe. And I feel like his passion, what he has, that's what I have. I have a passion for music. I have a passion for creating greatness. I have a passion for doing what I love, like the Egypt show, like fashion, and just being me, you know, doing what I love to do. And that's what made me, that's what, not even made me, that's what makes me connect with him as an artist. That's what makes me connect with other artists and people in the entertainment business, because we do what we love. It's something that makes us wake up in the morning or wake up at night and write, do our passion. Like, it's something that is unexplainable. I'm trying to explain it to you, but it's unexplainable. It's a love, it's a desire, we need to do it. We have to do it. You know, if we don't do it, we're nothing without it. And I truly believe that I've seen the growth in him. It's his first album, Fire in the Booths and things like that, like, you know, that made people pay attention to him, that made people see him and respect him and be jealous of him. You know, where he is and what he's doing, and you know, how he's choosing to live his life is an example to watch him. And I have to commend that. He's on a journey, he's on a spiritual journey, he's on a musical journey, and I'm excited because he said that he's going to learn how to play the guitar. I believe he will do so. And when he does, he's going to take it to the next level. And if you're not growing as a musician, if you're not developing your craft, you're staying stagnant. And that's not what creativity is. Creativity is to create, to build, to manifest all the amazing